Oh, am I on? I must be on. Look where I am. Buttoning my jacket, that's what I mean. Hopefully I didn't. Nope, I still made it. I adjusted because there was somebody here in this spot. Because what did I do? I ran my biking machine into my foot. That took skill. I was moving it. And I was, listening to my husband, of course. Hello, Cricket. You know what I was listening to on the way in? One of my favorite songs. Besides, I drove up with Hold On by En Vogue. And we all know why I love En Vogue, because they're from here. Lola, the first trans song of the world. That nobody still probably can't figure out, which I love. I'm sitting there just screaming Lola singing. Some live thing that Okasik did, right? No, the Kinks. What's his name? The other one. Hi, Faz. Okay, I'm trying to get my thingy up. So yeah, I can't walk again. How's that? Girl just doesn't know how not to get, beaten up. Let's see. Me. Who's me? Okay, there I am. Oh, got turned down. Turn down. Okay. Wow. Everybody came in, didn't they? Hi, Dev. Hi, Scooter. Let's see. Hi, Professor. So yeah, I'm here. I am out of the door. I am out of the rented door, which I love this freaking car and I want it, but it's not, doesn't have motorized seats. And someone smoked in here. I might actually have to go return the car. I can't believe it. And I just filled the tank. I even covered myself in perfume today to make sure that I couldn't smell the car, and I smelled the car. It's like, I did tell Papa Cat to tell them, because I thought it was pot, that the car smells like cigarettes, and is there a way that for them to get rid of the cigarette smell? Or that I could do that, because I just filled the tank. Ugh. So, and I'm not paying for it. So, this is from the insurance company. It's my cute little Hyundai. When I die, I want to be a Hyundai. No. I think this thing is adorable. I'd love one. Even this ugly freaking color. Look at this ugly freaking color here. Can you see it? Wait, let me see if I can hobble out. So, see? Isn't that the cutest thing on the planet? Isn't that just adorable? I want this thing. And I even want it in this ugly green, right? I know it's a color I can't see. So what is it called? It's called a Venue. I'd be driving a Venue. Oh my God. Talk about goth world. I don't need a Venue. I drive one. Yes, I'm nuts today. Was just watching Scooter's replay. We'll finish later. Ah, okay, Professor. One of all my favorites in the chat. Hi, Buttercup. So, let's see. Got the reservations for Florida. That is the 3rd to the 7th. I'm always getting it wrong. And I'll have at least 2 people watching the house because I know my brother can't take care of litter boxes the whole time. He's not very good at that. Get 1 or 2 car air fresheners you stick in the vents. Get like linen or ocean, whatever. Hello, all and sundry. I've never had a car freshener smell I've liked, ever. I'm not a big, heavy perfume person. The reason I say perfume, it's a vanilla lemon. So, I'm the person who likes vanilla ice cream. I'm the person who likes chocolate old fashions. I'm the person who likes white cake. So, I'm not really big into... The only perfume I ever wore that was obnoxious in the 80s was Oscar de la Renta. And that was until one of the cute boys said that I smelled like his grandmother. That was it. I threw that away. That was the last time I ever wore anything that disgusting. So... Um, looking at her sandals, they're furry. I have my Chanel Crystal, the Anasui purple, Henri Bendel. I'm trying to think what else. There's some French one that was through Sephora, doesn't do it anymore. And I haven't bothered to get it through there. I have another one coming in. Loved Fresh Lemon. That was me as a kid. I see your mods all over the tubes all day long. How y'all got the time so much. I also tell my mods when I leave the house. So I try to be like good like that, or if I'm not going to go on or something. So I try to be courteous, which we should all do to our mods. Okay. And I got to it late because, okay, here's this stream of thought with CBF here. One of the last things I saw last night was the East Wing being torn down. Bummed the hell out of me. And then, of course, I go on that horrible other. I'm not even going to grace it with calling it Twitter anymore because it's not my Twitter. That explosion. And somebody put a picture of the Truman renovation, and they're like, it's been done before. It's like, well, dude, they didn't touch the outside of it. And they did it because it was literally falling apart on the inside because they gutted it. They're not overwhelming. My wife, like you, can be overloaded with perfume. I'm not careful if I'm not careful. But you forgot yesterday? I wasn't on yesterday. Anyway, so yeah, I was really bummed about that. Have a nice day. Think good thoughts. What are they doing? Ooh, they're painting something. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And it's in one of those lavenders. I had a hallway in Lower Haight when I was in the 90s, and I painted it lavender and purple. And we used to call it the hallway of religious consciousness. So, what's my name? Who's my daddy? I don't remember. Oh God, I'm not even using the real mic. You guys can hear me? I'm using the phone. I forgot to put my mic on. Ah, okay. Yes. You forgot to tell him no scooter report, and then I forgot to tell him I wasn't going on later with Becky. If you're not going on a Monday, let me know. I'll do it from home. It's very strange to take 2 days off. It gets to me, but I guess in a good way, I don't know. Anyway, go check out Aaron's post or his video from last night. California is extending or is reinstating a forgiving law. What the heck is it called? Where you can report on your past messes that have been done to you. So I only heard it when I was, it was the last thing I was listening to while I was doing my hair because I got caught up with politics today. So I saw it, but I'm like, oh, I'll do it later. And then I realized it. Oh, crap. So it takes effect in January. It's you can report them without arbitration for 2 years. Grandfather clause. I'll talk more about it tomorrow. I'll make notes, but I'm glad I checked it out because I was just like, I gotta go. And so it's like, everybody get your notes together and start. And it's for adults, not children. They're probably, Aaron asked about why is it for adults and not children, and why is it when it's for children and not adults? Probably because someone got to someone somewhere and is trying to specifically get a person. Let's face it, no matter how hard you try, there will always be some kind of corruption. It's all based on your own morals. So someone in a high up spot went, oh, I don't think so, and is now doing it for adults. So it's for 2 years. Screen usually schedule in advance, and I watch notifications like a hawk. And nobody told me. How can you hear me? Because I'm talking on the phone. Top Chat has a degree in Thai politics, but never uses it. What? Thank you. Let me see. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sound is good. Okay, thanks, Fuzz. Yeah, I'm not moving today, obviously. Anyway. So yeah, so I was moving my exercise bike because I got rid of my elliptical, and me being, I'm not going to listen to my husband and I can move this on my own, it rolled right into my toe. Wait, I just, there we go. That's funny, Scooter. So my big toe turned, this morning was the worst, or last night. Purple. Didn't break it, just knocked it really bad. Which, as I told the mods, I unfortunately know the difference between a broken toe and a not broken toe, because my mother broke her toe on a credenza. Do you remember those things? They're just big pieces of furniture that would sit like on a sideboard sort of thing. And they were dangerous as hell. My mother was the only one who broke her foot on that thing. Not everyone needs to move it in 19. Hello, big giant head. I forgot to say hi. So yeah, it's pretty ugly, and I'm really funny right now because, weirdly enough, the pain from that distracts me from my pain from my sciatica, which is good. Because it's been having its moments, and so it's like I'm sort of hobbling around and waddling like a penguin, and I can't go up and downstairs. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali, I think so. 2 weekend in November, 2nd week in November, yes. And little brother, if the government is still closed, God forbid, we will be going not to Alcatraz, but to the Exploratorium. And we'll get clam chowder and French bread from Bodine's and hang out. So look up Exploratorium, Dusty. It's really cool. Actually, you can make your choice, because we haven't been, I don't know, I think Papa Cat has been once. I haven't been since the 90s. It was one of those things that your divorced dad would take you to. I went to Exploratorium a lot when I was a kid. But the last time I went was the first husband. Colleen Quinn did the rebuttal song, I'm Going Back to Brooklyn. Exploratorium. Yes, it's one of those like science tech museums that used to be, it used to be focused on children. There was, it would have like the Tesla coil there, and a shadow box, which is something that would take bright pictures, and it would, like, if you're against a wall, it would like make what you did against the wall. And the one was the gravity thing. This little bitty, about a foot and a half in circumference, and it had a stand in it. You stood in it, you put your arms on the stand, and then you spun. They'd spin you around so you could feel what gravity was like. It was that kind of place. I went there in the late 80s. Oh God, so you're more out of it than I am. You know, now it's on the waterfront. So that's why I was like, ooh, the Exploratorium would be fun. And I've got a chair now, as you can see on Saturday. Papa Cat learned how to move me in a transport chair, so if I can't walk. But yeah, it's all fancy now. When we went at Fleet Week, there was a line to get in, like, down the side of the building it was at, and like partway on the waterfront. It was like, oh my God, that place is popular. What about the aquarium in Golden Gate Park? I'm not sure what Steinhardt is like now, honestly. And I always thought it was boring as sin. I liked, I actually even had a membership to the museum across the street, the De Young. Exploratorium sounds like a Victorian laboratory where they try to reanimate fossils. It's a very well-known place because it was one of it was sort of like along the lines, I guess you'd say, of the Smithsonian, but for kids and interactive. So it was really neat for the time. It fit this area perfectly, you know, with all the tech stuff going on, because we had the Lawrence Hall of Science, which was the same thing. It was like the Exploratorium, and it was run by the Berkeley scientists. The Exploratorium, I don't know who ran that. I never thought about that. But yeah, we had junior tech crap all over the place because Silicon Valley just wasn't in Palo Alto. That's just where Hewlett Packard was. Tech was all up and down the Bay Area. One of my relatives worked at IBM. Another relative worked at NASA. Another relative worked at Stanford. Another relative worked at some telecompany. I worked at a telecompany. Another friend of mine is a Berkeley scientist. An old friend of mine is now a scientist on the East Coast. And these are like not people who are like were in the spotlight and like bowed down for their brain sort of thing. It was normal here. So I haven't been there since the 70s. The aquarium, I don't know what they did with Steinhardt. The thing was is that Steinhardt just got boring for me because it had the like the animals, the stuffed animals. Was it the what did I call them, or what were they called? You know, the scenes with the animals. And honestly, I don't like humidity, so I didn't like where the alligators were. The only part I ever really liked was when they had the surround you aquarium and they had the sharks. So, but then again, I'm sure there are boats that can take you out to the Farallones when mating season's going on. So, the Exploratorium was run by Dr. Horatio Hepaplex. Are you serious? Remember, you're supposed to say. But yeah, so we had Lawrence Hall of Science, we had the Exploratorium, we had, God, there was something else and I can't remember right now. But yeah, we had this, that's the weird thing. We had so many cultural places. I mean, just the museums alone, you know, with everything else. I'm trying to think, I'm like, there are four? Three. There were 3 full-blown museums in San Francisco. Museum of Modern Art, the De Young, and the other one. That's the one that's in the movie Vertigo. Can't remember the name of it. And they're all still running. I'll think of it later. So, and then you had the aquarium. Golden Gate Park is bigger than Central Park. I got that confirmed this morning because it was something about, I was watching or reading something about it, and they were saying that Golden Gate Park is bigger than Central Park. And I was like, I thought it was. I think we're longer. That's the thing. I think they might be whiter, but we're longer. Hi, one of my regulars. You're all seeing me here today. Oops, not serious. Okay. The laser shows. Oh my God, yes. Well, you used to be able to go to those. It didn't have to go to the aquarium. So, you know, because I have seen some laser shows. Oh my God. And because it was the planetarium. There's a planetarium up at Chabot now, because there's now, that's what it is. It's Chabot. Lawrence Hall of Science, Chabot Tech, I think it's called, and Exploratorium. There's got to be one down south somewhere, something. I don't know what, though. Yeah, and Stanford has a real museum, and they have something very, very interestingly rare. They have a pair of Dante's doors, which are a mold of bronze doors done by Dante. And they're in like a quad area. So, when I was a kid, I always imagined Central Park as an independent municipality. I loved Golden Gate Park until 89. So, no, 91, sorry. I loved Golden Gate Park until 91. That's when I lost respect for it, because if they would have never built Golden Gate Park, eucalyptus trees would not be all over the Bay Area. And we all know what I feel like about eucalyptus trees. So, where is Petaluma? Petaluma is about 50 miles north. Past Marin, past Novato. It's back in the day, Dusty, you would think of it as where all the hicks are and where the farms are. That is the beginning of like where the creameries are. So if you ever went to like a creamery when you were a kid, it was past Petaluma. It's your tour for today. So, and they got them up when I drove up. I had to go around twice, and I knew the second time they were going to notice this car. So they put the curtains up while I was getting my stuff together. I had stopped and I waved at her. She tried not to shade me, but you know she was shading me. So the California Academy of Science was founded in 1859. Yep. Yay. One of my favorite Bay Area bands is playing on Friday the 7th. Are you going to be here for that? Because you ain't coming. I ain't taking you. Such a brat. Oh, and did you see Cheryl's short? You have to go see Cheryl's short. It's great. Her and her roommate are dressed up like nuns. You have to go see it. Fuzz, if you can find me the link. It's the Cape. It's running up that hill, I think. It's just like 30 seconds. Tainted Love. Are they a cover band? Interesting. Oh, now I also got to figure out where we're going to stay. I've almost contemplated an Airbnb, but I just don't trust them in Florida, because that way it'd be like, you know, people were coming or something, you know. Because I'm trying to figure out, because I am a hotel girl. I am not a motel girl. I am not a comfort inn girl. I am a hotel girl. And this will be my first trip in a plane in 5 years. Damn. 5 years. Your exploratorium sounds a lot like what I recall of our Ontario Science Center, which our provincial government decided to close and supposedly downsize. That sucks. San Francisco is actually known for their exploratorium. I bet you it was. Portland has one too. It could be, if Carrie Ann was here, she'd know. Portland has one too. I remember going to the one in Portland. And there's one in somewhere in Tennessee, Chattanooga. They're so much fun. Those little aquarium science centers. Tainted Love Band 80s tribute of Soft Cell. I know. They are kick-ass. Ooh, I gotta ask Papa Cat. That was like my first alternative, or, you know, whatever, like 12-inch. My brother gave me the 12-inch of Tainted Love. And I was the first person in my group that heard it. I recorded it. I played it for my friends. And we were all just like, holy crap. Oh, hi, Gina. Everybody say hi. It's not a Soft Cell cover band? It's just named Tainted Love? Isn't that a little weird, Dusty? So anyway, actually, I think Tainted Love was sort of like a Bette Midler thing where they were very popular with the gay crowd first. The original Tainted Love from the 60s was great. I found myself still vinyl last week. Looking for a few minutes before my appointment. Okay. He went to the doctor's. He's getting salmon on the way home from the place that we used to always, from a freaking mall, because it was South San Francisco and it's Filipino world, so you can get really good fish at the mall. Oh my God! Meow meow! I want a pretzel! Get me a couple of pretzels! They have an Auntie Anne's there. 80s era tribute band, they play at bimbos all the time. Oh, okay. Do you know anything about Tainted Love? Meow? I'm just gonna start calling him Meow. I mean, because Papa Cat just is so damn long. Mall salmon is, except when it's in the highest concentration of Filipino people in the country. The salmon at the mall is just as good, if not better, than the salmon from a restaurant. That's the funny part. And then he's going by Krispy Kreme, because there was a Krispy Kreme on the way home too. Gas station sushi is tainted fish. Did you see that outfit? That outfit was rad. She even had like bows on her stockings. If that fashion is coming back, I can go for that. I can dress like that. So yeah, no, it depends on where you are, because it's like when I was growing up, there was this excellent Chinese food place at the mall. So that's why when we started going to that, it's like a hibachi type place thing, I think, or just stir fry, and he tried the salmon once because he was like, should I try the salmon? And I'm like, we're in Daly City, honey. Of course you should try the salmon, because we'd wonder, we just get the regular chicken or beef, and it's like, why does the line go halfway down the dining area? Because of the salmon. And it's mall prices, not, oh, we've made you salmon prices. So that's why it's like, Anyway, so yes, I will find out the specifics of the bill to something that lets people take care of their issues with people who have done bad things to them, and has a grandfathered clause. Sorry, I'm distracted. That's weird. Looks like a... Okay, help me, people. Up. Now, does that window... Oh, you're not going to be able to see it for real. It looks... See that? It looks like there's not a curtain on it. It looks like the top of the window has bowed out of the glass itself. Do you see that? That looks so strange. Just something to watch, I guess. Or if Osa's watching. Can you fix that, please, before it does something? I mean, I know you don't like to fix things. Look how filthy and paint-ridden and... Huh. Ooh. I gotta timestamp this so I can show some people some things. I mean, look at that. Isn't that horrible? Let's, mess up their whole days. So, yeah, that's what that's the second floor. It's what the second floor is like. That's why I'm always like, you can't fix that, because that's the way it was. But this is a little bit worse, because this is messing with the structural part of the windows, and windows are dangerous. But hey, I know you're Scientology. You probably can't even afford it anymore. Won't be able to afford anything but then people who can do what they can do now.
I know, and like 4 of them.
Okay.
So it's like,
Am I missing some of these? Nobody else talking to me? Oh, FCC still accepting reports. So the next time they signal block me, I'll be able to make a report to the FCC. Ooh, fun. I actually looked at it. OSA, call the landlord's office, the windows PT. Remember, they are the landlord. While they are owning, quote unquote, this building, which is leasing it, they own the building. And it's the one thing I always complained about was it was supposed to be in the condition it was in when they got it. And they got it was semi-abandoned. So, but I don't know if they're allowed to let that go, something like that, because that's not cosmetic, because that goes all the way down to the wood. And it looks like the wood is splintering. Ooh, I can go complain. I'll make Papa Cat take a day off from work, and then we'll go to City Hall and complain, because I know where to complain now. So, yeah, ever since the police officer told me where to complain, I haven't been able to because my legs have been messed up. Is that funny or what? So, have a nice day. You think it sticks out a little bit? Oh, he didn't know I was here either, I bet. Everybody was just checking to see if I was still here. Poor guy. Oh, and I saw Bob. My Bob, the older girl. Woman. She's got makeup on. What the hell? It's like, I've never seen her with makeup on. She looks weird. And it's like, and she's lost weight, of course. The first time I saw her, even until, God, before I got hurt, she looked like she was very fit. And didn't see makeup on her, sort of thing. And then I just saw her today going in the door, and it was just like, wow. What are they doing to you guys? COS has a department called the landlord office? You're kidding. Oh. I love it. That's just wrong. So yeah, the one guy looked better, and this time Bob looked bad. Oregon Museum of Science and Industry. Yes! Pronounced Umzi. I went to that when I went to visit my grandparents when I was 14. So I went there when I was 14. Did I go after? I have a feeling I went with my cousin. So that would be sometime in the 2000s. So yeah, I love that place. And it totally reminded me of Exploratorium. And it sort of deflated my grandfather, or the man who was my grandfather, because he was just like, look, isn't this neat? And I'm like, this is like the Exploratorium. He didn't like me very much. So, but yeah, so they're not taking care of their people. The guy who walked by didn't look familiar to me, but then again, he looked older and humped over. And it's like, that just makes me so mad. It just makes me want to go, I know they told you can't do anything when you get out here, but you won't know that. So, because I'm sure that's what they do to the older people to keep them, is that they have nothing going for them when they get out. Their family will hate them, and nobody will want to be their friend, which is all just lies. There's a great science museum in Boston which costs an arm and a leg. Ooh, that sucks. Oh, wait a minute. That's the mission, isn't it? They try not to have the museums around here expensive. And since they are San Francisco museums, and actually Oakland's a big museum too, that they have the museum like Brotherhood, where you can go into other museums if you're a member of one museum. So there's a museum I should be able to go to here. The other one, the third museum, because I'm a member of Oakland. The minute we moved over there, I was like, I'm going to support my side of the country, or my side of the bay. Thank you very much. My head just wibbled that I can only do when I'm doing that. The Northeast has a gigantic social science museum called NY. That's social science. That's not science and technology. Oh yeah, and it's like, how many dinosaurs and unicorns and whatever that other one was and frogs are going to be like out and about for Halloween this year? I And back to work. We'll talk more soon. Okay. See you, little bro. Because what was I watching? Jon Stewart. It popped up on my the computer in the bedroom just automatically plays. So he popped up after I was watching like the chicks, I guess, and he was talking about the protest and how the MAGAs were saying one thing and about all the violence. And a friend of mine who I didn't get to see at the protest on Sunday, she was like, I was fine with it until the line dancing happened. And I went, that's how we get more people there. And she just gave me that face of, ugh. I go, that's good. I go, besides, how violent can you be with just open line dancing? It was so cool. So, but yeah, he was discounting everything they said, with the old people that were there, and it's like because they were complaining that the protests were mostly old white people, and excuse me, who run this country right now? Okay, yeah, I'm really there for that. So it was funny, basically. Ooh, did you see Holly the Scientology has tied the knot with their sweetie? I am so happy for them. No, did not know. I honestly don't know who they are, dear. Sorry. Oh, just seen a ducky van. I can't get away from them. Professor, I did see a stream on my feed about that, but I couldn't watch at the time. I don't know who these people are, unfortunately. Being in pain really isolates your fuzzy butt. So it's like, I've been in pain since February. And I noticed I have dropped out of the scene a lot when it comes up to, okay, working now. Yes, Dusty, work now, put phone down. I have been more or less out of the scene. So, because being in pain is really exhausting. And I think what's more exhausting of not just being in pain, but thinking that you're going to get better is exhausting. So I've gotten closer to the point where I'm accepting the situation I find myself in. So my horizons are being expanded. So I'll probably be more into everything going on around me now that I don't sit there, because I think it's more exhausting that you're in pain and you're going to get better. You think you are, and then you're not, and then you're not, and then you're not. And so today it started to hit me again, where it was like I was getting really tired getting dressed, and I'm like, why? It's like, get over it. Or not even get over it. It's okay, you're in pain. Okay, you're tired, but you're not tired because you're on your stationary bike at least an hour a day right now. So you're not really tired. It's your emotions making you tired, that sort of thing. So I've been getting better about that lately. So, and I think I'll probably be a little bit more involved in things. And there's some new thing I found out that has, oh God, I wrote it down too, but I didn't expand on it. That's something complementary of ADHD, which I've honestly accepted only about 3 months ago. So, hello you. I want to see your dog. I see Bilf and Heather Mack and Journey 2020 and Tilty Bird and Fluffer Squirrel late nights there. Ah, okay. So, yes, hello, Rip Guy. He was with me on Saturday long enough to tap me on the shoulder, and then the next thing I know, I saw it was a text. I was hungry and had to leave. That was funny. I was in a chair. It's not like I went high, and that was it. Scooter too. Okay. Ah, Scooter, Dusty, Kakan, and Cricket Friday. Hello. Everybody's saying hello. Okay, Professor, you'll be right back. Yes. So, yes, I'm trying to change my point of view because the pain may be a regular factor or a reoccurring factor. And I just have to do with it what I did before. See, I was only without pain for about 10 years, if that. So, because I'd gotten so used to my back. So it's just having to accept it now in a different way. And that's okay. I can deal with it. I forgot to eat. I wasn't doing well. I know, that's why I was just like, that's okay, because I understand that. So, but that was funny. It was like, we were making plans to meet up. We were going to meet up, blah, 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 blah. And I got to see him long enough to go hi. And it was like, whoops, forgot to eat, got to go. I understand that one. Woof, dude, I understand that one. So, but otherwise, Saturday was fun. We walked from a park to City Hall. People were enjoying themselves, saw a lot of great signs. And then I saw, because of course, Blue Sky had pictures, send me the picture of your favorite sign or something. And so I got to see a bunch of those. Those were fun. Oh my God. While the orange balloon said, and they're all just, or his cohorts were saying, oh, they're just a bunch of communists. Are you serious? Okay. Yeah. Pot kettle black. That's all I have to say about that. So, very interesting. So that, and they're still on the fascist thing, and it's like, or the Antifa thing, and it's like, dude, haven't you realized you can't win with that one? The commune is talking. I was behind you guys in the shade at the old gas station. I watched you two walk and roll back toward CVS. Ah, okay. But, oh yeah, and Dusty left. He got a shirt. I got him a shirt. We had it at the front door, so in case we ever thought about it. And getting everything together that we got together, we still managed to remember it, so that was cool. So Dusty will be happy you got your shirt. Let me see, what else? I am just out of things to talk about right now. I don't know why. Probably because I was thinking of things all day and getting dressed, and I was feeling better. And when I'm feeling better, I clean. So I was cleaning part of the bathroom and thinking, oh, I should talk about this, or I should talk about that, or and it's like, I keep forgetting. Write it down. Write it down. It's always good if you write it down. People saying hi to each other. See, it's a low chat today. I don't know why. Well, no, I know why. The world is hard right now, and I was talking to someone yesterday about why don't we have an underground? Why don't we have, a way to figure out how to do this non-violently, or have something else going on, and we don't, because we don't know how to play nasty. That's, those are the people who have us right now. I'm tired. It took me 4 hours to get my nails done. So it's so funny. It took me 4 hours. That's why I get them done. That's why I've got them done since I was 18 years old. I have tried not to get my nails done a few times, and it's like, nope, I'll never learn how to paint my own nails. Sorry, it'll never happen. Hello, Farrell. How are you? The little brother was on here before you, and I was telling them about your shorts. Deal with that one. Yeah, and the last time I saw Cheryl on, she was hanging out with a drum circle. Oh my God, no, not a drum circle. I have lived my world through that. I lived here. Oh yeah, it's bad. Cooties, cult, yes. One of the guys was pointing at them and went, ugh. And Cheryl saying hi to everybody. Yeah, she was hanging out at the beach at a drum circle, and I'm like, oh God, no. I lived the 90s in San Francisco. No. Please, God, no. So I came in, I said hi, I was polite, and I left. So, yes, Cheryl is now my favorite hippie. Oh, yeah, I was so 90s in San Francisco that the ex-husband was learning Taiko, okay? I forgot to go make Fred accounts. Huh? Yes, see? Cheryl knows what I'm talking about. And it's sort of up there with the fact that the husband doesn't like bagpipers and he's half Scottish. So it's like, yes, I know I just don't know how to exist because I can't do drum circles anymore. Rib Guy is being cheeky again. Okay. Oh, I'm sure she does. I'm sure she has a few fans. Jesus, if I looked like her at my age, and I was going to be raptured though. That cloud. I heard you talking about clouds and that was it. Oh, God, was it Jon Stewart? Jon Stewart was talking about it. Orange guy is not a king. They're trying to turn him into a deity. And I was like, when I heard that one, because it's like true and not true, or was it? No, it was I Had It Chicks. And I'm like, I passed up being a deity in the early thousands. What the hell was I thinking? Maybe I should have became one. I could have fixed this. Isn't that a weird thing to think of? I could have been a deity and I might be able to fix this. That's funny, actually. So, I don't know what they're talking about, kids these days. That's very cute, Professor. Thank you. Oh, I know, Cricket. You know what? No, I'm on Wegovy. I'll fight you for those clothes. Cricket said, if you get raptured, can I have your clothes, please? It's like, you and I are going to fight for those. Cheryl. Shut up, Cricket. Oh, okay. Well, but unless you're tall and skinny, you probably have big feet. I have 7.5 feet. Yeah, switch that. Give Cricket your shoes and me your clothes. I love it. We're fighting over your clothes, Charles, and you're still here. So, yeah, no, I was thinking, it's like, holy crap, wonder if I can be a deity again and then maybe get it away from this idiot who's, screwing the world, because, screwing our country screws the world. Oh, but you saw my tiara, didn't you, Cheryl? Oh, God, my tiara is awesome. Mine is skulls, and they're rhinestoned. I got them at the, and it's like 3.5 rows. Thing is heavy, it's metal. I cleaned it yesterday to see how sparkly it was going to get, and it's sparkly. It's like, I got it from the hair chick at the antique fair, and it was $75. It's hella cheap. Maybe I'll bring it with me. I should bring it with me. But it easily weighs a pound and a half. It's metal. I love Cheryl's clothes, but I have to sew 2 outfits together to make one fit me. No, she's true hippie, man. You could probably fit her clothes. Get your TRRs in. So yes, I'll bring my skull. I'll make sure I write it down somewhere to bring my skull tiara with me. It's new, and I'm not working on Halloween anywhere, so nobody's going to see it, because the only thing I can do is wear that sitting. Because I definitely can't move in that puppy. People waving hi. But yes, Cheryl does have some good Mad Max clothes. I'll say that. Which people think are Burning Man clothes, but... So... Okay, why am I blinking? Is something going on, or am I still being covered? I seem to be blinking. Am I hitching? Bray's still saying hi, then I'm not hitching. Even though in a weird way, I wish they were blocking me here, because the FCC is still accepting that. I thought you couldn't complain about blocking, but no, they're not taking any crap. They don't care if the government is down. The FCC still wants to know. Good streaming. Bummer. Bummer. I want to be, because if they're blocking me here, and then I can complain to the FCC, because like I said, somebody said that while the government was closed, you couldn't complain. I went and looked yesterday, got caught in some weird squirrel hole, and wound up on the FCC page. And yeah, you get a 404 for like their head page, but you know what? You can still complain. You can still put a report in about signal blocking. The FCC isn't playing. That's the funny part. It's like, oh my God. So there are very adamant people that work at the FCC that are working while the FCC is supposedly closed. So if I was Scientology, I would be worried. And if I was in LA and got signal blocked, I would report that to the FCC, because they don't like signal blockers anywhere, because they say, tell the cops they're jamming your brain. I love that. No, I was reading about the signal blocking somewhere, wound up on FCC page, and on EFF.org, Electronic Frontier Foundation. EFF.org. Go look that up for your privacy, people. I am also a member of that. And because they tell you how to keep your privacy in this world. That's how I found out about the FCC still being open, basically, for complaints, because their righteousness, their brain fog today. Their reasoning for accepting complaints during the government shutdown is that when people signal block, they also signal block important people like ambulance and fire and police. So that's why they're still accepting reports on people who signal block. So, and considering that Big Blue is down the block from a hospital, they should not be signal blocking. So Jess, Streets, people who know Jess or Streets, or Audit, should go on there and see where they're signal blocking in real time, and then report it to the FCC. You can just type into Google, report FCC, or signal block FCC, and they'll take you to the report page. The report page is a little complicated. That's why I didn't do it last night. But you know what? I bet you, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I bet you ChatGPT will tell you how to do it. So you guys want to do that. Trust me. I'm jamming. I want to jam with you. You're Canadian. Adam said that he knew Scooter was a Rasta. Scooter said, I had a moment. We all have that moment occasionally. We can't help it. It just happens. The Rastafarians love jamming too. I'm a pastafarian. I have my card. I'm a card-carrying pastafarian. But unfortunately, California won't let you take your DMV picture with your colander anymore. They did for a while and they stopped. Helicopter down your brain. They love that. Okay. Great screens. So yeah, the next time someone new comes here and jams me in the front like they do, straight up, I will just get in my car, I will go on my laptop, and I will make a report right there. That way they can even, I'll even allow them to like GPS me. So I'll give the FCC the opportunity to GPS me. Actually, what I'll do is I'll probably take out my stool and do it from the spot that's open in front of here. So welcome to the tech world, guys. If you were watching me like you should be, you'll realize you gotta stop jamming. And when I go down to LA to see Becky and my sister, of course. Oh my God, look at the puppy. Look at the puppy. Oh, hello. He's like, but it's Linda. Hi, sweetie. That is a cutie pie. Only one today. I never had dreads, but I was very happy to be introduced to Bob Marley's music. Yes. I loved Bob Marley's music until everybody wouldn't stop playing it. Adam said, I had that moment, existential dreadlocks. The bouncy little trot on that pup. Yes, I know. He was a cutie pie. But most people don't realize I'm here and I scare them when I'm sitting here in the car. So I don't really push it. She looked like she was a little bit frightened because he came over here and then realized that there's somebody sitting here in a car. So I'm very good at being invisible, unfortunately. So I have to figure if I'm going to be in the car tomorrow, that I should probably wear a slightly obnoxious outfit. I have obnoxious leggings. So silver shoes, my obnoxious pink leggings. Don't want to waste my dusty shirt because it's got advertising on it. So I've got bright pink tops that I can wear. And I have my, I call it my carpetbagger jacket. So, yeah, I could do that. And see, because the car is not the monster blue. It is some weird green, almost pastel. Interesting. And of course, the body shop still has my car. So we'll see what my car comes back looking like. Because tomorrow will be a week or almost a week. No, we took it on Friday. God, was it Friday? I don't remember. Have nothing to do with Babylon except when late for gig. What? Why are we talking about Babylon? Okay. I saw The Harder They Come in high school, my introduction to reggae. The One Love concert was amazing. Yes. Cricket, my intro was at summer camp at the same place where I found myself teaching the electric electric slide. I grew up here. See, my entrance to reggae, I was probably 4 or 3. Who knows? I mean, reggae, let's see, rock music, Jesus, even Western, Santana, 70s. San Francisco. Welcome to hell. Okay, don't working like a dog. Done working like a dog. Okay. Yes, I have noticed, and it's been one of those weeks that autocorrect is out to get us all. When my autocorrected something when I gave MLH a super chat yesterday, I was not amused. They shuffled. I meant shuffle. Okay. Babylon is what Rastafarians call the outside world. Ah, I slid. LOL. Well, also, our famous columnist Herb Cain called us Babylon by the Bay. So, San Francisco. The original ska version of The Tide is High is a real treat. Ah! Now it's going through my head. Because, of course, I love Blondie. She rocked. I'm thinking too much. Okay, it's an hour. Now we're done. I was going to quit like half an hour ago. I got totally distracted, which was good because I'm just a little achy and whiny. That's why I'm just not very giggly today. Just a little achy and whiny. It'll go away. My toe's getting better. Tomorrow, maybe I won't walk as penguinly like, and if I do, then I can come and sit out front, which would be nice. So, we'll see. Or actually, if I can find a parking space closer. There was no close parking space today, so I had to do it from the car. No, I had to do it from the car because I walk like a penguin. Opus left me. So, okay guys, I will see you all tomorrow. It's been an hour. It's been fun. It's been weird, which is good. Weird is good for San Francisco. Because, you know, or at the whole Bay Area, we're weird. Oh, Lord knows how weird we are. So I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Okay, I have to remember, fingers. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Become a member. And then go spend all your money and buy food today because it'll cost more tomorrow. Okay? I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. Ciao, Bellas.